Police officers often act as if their uniforms grant them some magical authority. Today we're talking about cops who try to enforce their own laws for bikers. Let's look at what happened when they realized they ran into the wrong people. Let's go to the videos. Two friends, both on motorcycles, decided to pull over to the side of the road to chat. However, a cop passing by saw an opportunity to enforce his version of the law and approached them, claiming he needed to ensure the legality and safety of their bikes. Despite the lack of clarity on why the cop stopped them, he evaded answering any of their questions. Interestingly, the cop initially passed by but later returned, demanding their insurance and driver's license. What's worse, he genuinely believed that he had the right to approach anyone and ask for their documents. So Gestapo of him.
Now I'm gonna check all your stuff. Insurance, driver license, ownership, everybody.
This is your buddy Manjon.
Computer, no? Check anything you want to check. And we're legal. What the fuck you gonna? What are you worrying about? I own it. Well, hey, I know you're filming me. Yeah. I need to make sure your bikes are legal to be illegal. We're all legal. Will tell you it's illegal. But I need to see your driver license. I don't have it on my insurance and things in my car.
Why'd you show up here in the first place?
No, guys, I know you're filming me. I'm being professional here. Yeah. Okay, we have issue with bikes running the cracks and ramps all the time. No, we're not wrong. We stopped to have a conversation. So are we not allowed to stop? Yes. Exactly. But you're on the roadway. You have to have your information with me, and I need to see it. That well, if you want to give me a ticket for that goes to everybody, sir. Just get your stuff. Everything is licensed and insured, but I have it at home. You have it at home? Yes. Why is that at home? It wasn't my other job. I wear traffic extra. I can be anywhere I want to be to make sure vehicles are safe.
The first time you passed by, you looked at us. What were we doing? Nothing, right? You come back again, and you try to stop us. Why?
I need to see your driver license.
Answer my question, why?
Sir, you're on the roadway, I need to see your documents, please. Right?
Just give him, what do you want?
I'll give him. I don't mind, bro.
The situation took a turn for the worse when the cop's backup arrived. He began fabricating a story, falsely claiming that the two men had collided with him and were uttering offensive names at him. In the end, the men reluctantly handed over their documents, and the cop, no doubt, felt a surge of authority. Some cops can be truly problematic.
Do what you gotta do, fam.
What are you gonna do? Sir, everything's good? Yeah. So why did you took off on me when I got...
What's up, brother? How you doing? Good, man.
So what I got here, guys, one motorcycle took off on me. These guys weren't happy what I was saying here. He started filming me, he called me names. Learning situation is calm down now. When I'm checking bike information that is valid. So I check all these bikes. So far it's all good. I'm checking this one here. Yeah. I still have four more bikes to check. Just be aware you're on camera.
Do you guys report to him?
What?
Do you guys report to him? Oh, okay. Bro, him and Casey are the worst.
These cops pulled over a couple of bikers and immediately started demanding their IDs. The guys on the motorbikes were well aware of their rights, knowing that they didn't have to identify themselves without probable cause. They hadn't done anything wrong, committed any crimes, and weren't even suspected of illegal activity. It appears these cops missed a few lessons on constitutional law for citizens. After all, how can someone sworn to protect the law be so ignorant of citizens' constitutional rights?
September 17th, 1988. Want to give it to us? I'm good.
No, don't give it to him now.
Written right there. Do you have his name? I have his name and I have his date of birth.
There's... Yes, it is.
We don't know who you are. See, that's the problem. He's had my name before you came over. He's had my name, and I'm telling you what we're doing. Okay? You're putting me because I wouldn't give him. That's right. More than a name. That's right.
Why?
I can arrest you right now because you don't give us identification.
I don't think.
You gave us a name. You didn't give me.
I don't think that's.
Yes, you didn't give us ID.
Because they're on the crime scene or something.
You have to give us identification. So I'm not playing anymore. Yeah, I'm not playing anymore. You give us identification. You do a license. We go to bid. A license, ID, whatever you got.
However, one of the cops went too far by threatening one of the bikers with arrest if he didn't identify himself. Unfazed, the guy chose not to surrender his civil rights, even if it meant being arrested without reason by a cop. The officer became even more irritated when faced with someone challenging his authority, leading him to quickly handcuff the guy.
I almost want you to go to jail to eventually figure this out, because I don't think there's no reason for you to have to identify yourself. This is a public roadway.
I feel like we've been cooperating with you guys. So this is the person. We have two more motorcycles here. Right. Just take some time.
I feel like...
I do have my license. Yes. Get your license out.
Why?
Now,
Why?
please hold on. I'm trying to think about this. I'm not playing. We don't have time to play. We're out here on a
We've been here for 20 minutes. We got time to discuss this.
You guys want to go back or?
It's up to you.
Another cop approached the arrested guy and explained that he was detained because they didn't know who he was and if he posed a danger to the public. However, the cop didn't need to know this guy's identity, especially when it was evident that he hadn't done anything wrong. Cops have no right to approach and violate someone's rights under the pretext of not knowing if they are involved in any wrongdoing. It raises questions about the essence of constitutional law. While leading the guy to the police car, the arresting cop even mentioned that the guy had a chance to provide his ID and would now face consequences.
He's got ID on him and stuff. I do have ID. Yeah, and they refused to give it to because you told them not to.
No, but this is a moral standing kind of argument.
You haven't really given me a reason. They gave you the option because I don't know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, you might be wanted. I do understand that. Right. I identify yourself. Why are you right? Oh, yes, you identify yourself.
It's almost a joke to me. I can't believe this.
I have my license in my pocket. You can look at it if you would like. You had the opportunity to give it to me.
After placing the detained man in the car, the cop decided to approach the guy who had been filming the entire incident and asked if it was video or audio. This cop seemed to overestimate his authority. A person has the right to film anything, including a cop, in public. However, it's evident why the officer was uneasy about being filmed while potentially violating someone's constitutional rights.
You don't consent to seizures and searches. You're asking for him to give you something from his personal possession.
Really about this.
Yeah, it's...
Okay, now, anybody else?
Well, you already have my
Are
ID.
you videotaping?
Yeah, I know.
Or
I
are
have a
you
right.
audio taping?
It's a videotape.
Is it? Let me see. Play it.
Now, let's take a look at a situation where a cop claims to have never seen an e-bike before. When he pulled over a guy riding an electric bike, the cop circled the vehicle, expressing his amazement and stating it looked cool. The cop asserted that he needed to ensure the legality of driving such a vehicle on the road. He even asked the guy if his bike had a serial number, despite the explanation that it's a regular e-bike that doesn't require registration. The cop turned a routine stop into a conflict when he demanded the guy's ID simply because he believed he had the right as a cop.
The reason I'm stopping you, I'm trying to figure out if this is street legal or not, to be honest.
Oh, it is.
What is this thing?
The e-bike.
An e-bike?
Yeah.
So it's an all electronic.
Yeah, all electronic.
Can you pedal it?
No, it's a motor.
Okay, so it's motorized.
Yes, it is a e-bike. It's classified as that, yeah.
Interesting. Is there any like serial number or anything on it?
No,
or?
you can't register them. They're not registerable. That's just because they're e-bikes.
Interesting. I've never seen one before, so
No.
I'm trying to figure it out, alright?
Yeah.
So
That's fine. No, I understand that. I figured eventually.
yeah, eventually someone would stop and be like, what's going on?
No,
I mean,
I've
it's pretty cool.
I've looked at all the penal codes and vehicle codes and stuff. There's nothing. It's classified as e-bike. It goes anywhere a bicycle can go.
Bike. Okay. Let me. You got any form of identification or anything like that?
Yeah.
You do? Mind if I get it from you quick?
There be a reason.
Because you're on a traffic stop, you got pulled over.
When the cop realized he had no valid reason to stop this guy, he concocted the excuse that he needed to identify him because he was riding an unregistered vehicle on the road. Despite the guy's attempts to clarify that this was an e-bike exempt from registration, the cop remained obstinate. He asserted that the guy was giving him a hard time, so he decided to reciprocate with a bit of hassle.
But this isn't a vehicle though. I'm not trying to be a hard time. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not in the vehicle though.
As far as I'm aware, you're in violation of state statute because you're operating a motor vehicle on the roadway that's not registered.
This is not a motor vehicle. That's what I'm trying to
If you
explain.
want to argue with it, we can, and I'll just start writing tickets.
A ticket for what though?
Or you can just take it easy with me and we'll
I'm
figure
not
it out
trying to be
together.
a hard time. I'm just saying that this is not classified as a motor vehicle. It is actually not.
Okay.
I've read every page, every code, everything.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm not trying to, I really am not trying to be a hard time at all. I'm just explaining that it is not considered a motor vehicle. It is a e-bike.
Sergeant says he doesn't want to identify himself. Okay, that's fine. We'll wait here then.
Okay.
If it becomes, if I
Oh.
discover that it is in violation, I'll just start to write all the tickets now. If you're gonna give me a hard time, I'll give you a hard time. That's all it's gonna be. Okay?
Yeah.
So, stay here. Keep your hands where I can see them. All right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The cop quickly fabricated a new story, insisting that he needed to research whether the guy's vehicle qualified as a motorcycle or a bicycle. He claimed that if it fell under the motorcycle category and required registration, he would have to issue a ticket for driving an unregistered vehicle, thus necessitating the guy's ID. However, the guy attempted once again to reason with the cop, explaining that he had thoroughly researched the laws regarding e-bikes, familiarized himself with every penal code, and wouldn't engage in something unlawful. Nonetheless, this cop opted to call for backup. As if dealing with a simple e-bike was beyond his capabilities. Even the assisting colleague seemed puzzled, questioning the guy about driving an unregistered vehicle. Are these cops really unaware of what an e-bike is?
I will do all the extra legwork. I will read the definition of motorcycle, bicycle, and all that good stuff. And determine what I believe it is.
Okay.
If it falls under bicycle, it'll be done. But if it falls anywhere else, I'm going to write as many tickets as I can. Just because you're making my life a lot harder than it has to be. Because I'd rather, because this isn't really a big deal.
I know it's not a big deal, but I'm trying to explain to you how I've read the legislator, all the stuff codes, all the stuff for Wisconsin. It's the same thing. It's registered as a bicycle. I mean, you got other people that ride e-bikes, same difference whether they're pedal or not. I didn't say it was a bicycle. I said it was an e-bike.
I can't hear you. Sorry.
Can I mean, what can I not do? Can I take my helmet off?
Absolutely,
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's over there making, saying I'm gonna run and shit. So I don't know what to do.
Well, if you're not identifying yourself, I can see how he's.
Oh crap! Hey, how's this?
You were operating on the roadway though?
Yeah, like a little bit, like a bicycle is allowed to do. 30.
30. Okay.
It's the legal thing. It's sport is just like gives you more torque.
The backup cop proved to be no better than his colleague. He insisted that the guy needed to register his vehicle and proceeded to inquire about the bike's speed. The guy patiently explained that he was traveling at about 20 miles per hour, complying with the rules that he had read in the rule book. It was evident that the guy had thoroughly educated himself before opting to ride an e-bike. Nevertheless, these cops were determined to exert their authority, resulting in them issuing an unwarranted ticket to the guy. But get this, since he refused to provide his ID, the cops decided to email him the ticket.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it needs to be licensed, otherwise it's listed as a play vehicle.
Whew. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. You want me ID? That's fine.
Yeah,
I don't know where that's gonna
be like 10 times more helpful.
Okay, but I don't know where that's gonna go. Like,
here's the deal. Usually, if people are kind of giving,
can I go in my pockets?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nowadays, you never know, right?
I wasn't here watching you, so
yeah.
Just run me through. You were on the roadway, or you coming down the sidewalk, or what?
Down on the side here.
Well, you're pointing to the roadway, but
yes, and on the side here.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Okay.
There's not really an area up there, at least where I was.
Yeah. I got you. Okay. Well, anyways, we'll get it figured out for you, Perry, and I'll let you know.
No matter what.
So what we're gonna do tonight, you will receive a citation in the mail. I just going forward, if you would have just given me the driver's license, like, hey, okay, this is what's going on. I promise you, I would have given you a warning. We would have been done. Because I'll be honest with you, I hate writing tickets. However, when you make my life a little harder, that's how it happens. So I'll just mail you a ticket in the mail-in.
Sure. But as it states, it looks like you have to get it registered as a vehicle if you're going to operate in the roadway.
A cop stopped a guy because he was giving hand signals that he was going to turn instead of using his blinker. The guy explained to the cop that his blinker had stopped working and he needed to fix it. After the cop explained to him that he shouldn't drive such a vehicle, the guy agreed and accepted his share of the blame. He even gave the cop his driver's license because he was aware that he had committed some kind of traffic violation. However, the cop didn't stop there. He also asked the guy for insurance. This guy didn't have insurance because insurance isn't mandatory by law. The cop then proceeded to threaten the guy that he would suspend his driver's license because he didn't have insurance.
On any of your turns at all and your lane changes, is there any lawful reason for this, sir?
No, sir. I thought that was my fault. I didn't use hand signals.
You didn't use hand signals? I'm assuming your bike doesn't have turn signals, or they're not
they just stopped working.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have your driver's license on you?
Yes, sir.
Are you carrying your proof of insurance on you?
I don't have insurance.
You don't have insurance?
No, you don't have to have insurance. I've been through this thing.
That's not true.
I've got it dismissed before. I got charged. They gave me a ticket for not having insurance, and I got it dismissed. As long as you wear a full face helmet.
No. All vehicles licensed in the state of Florida have to carry insurance.
I'm going to get it dismissed again if you charge me.
Okay, well, listen to me. I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on. Okay. Shut up for a minute. Okay. Let me speak. Okay? Let me explain something to you. Vehicles in the state of Florida have to have a minimum of PIP insurance. If they do not, okay, and the DHSME is notified that you do not have insurance, they're going to suspend your license.
The cop kept on sharing a story with the guy, something that the guy couldn't care less about. The cop went on about his truck insurance issues after his divorce, almost losing his license, and whatnot, all things that seemed irrelevant to the current situation. After all, a truck and a motorcycle aren't exactly the same. The cop even suggested the guy should go home and Google Florida law on insurance requirements. But really, why does it matter if the guy doesn't have insurance? How does it pose a threat to anyone, and why is the cop so bothered by it?
Why don't you do yourself a favor when we're done tonight? Get online and look it up. Just look up, do vehicles in the state of Florida have to be licensed? If it carries a registration in the state of Florida, it has to be licensed. You don't have to have, you wear a helmet, you're right, so you don't have to carry the 10,000 in medical that's required to not wear a helmet. That's why I didn't ask you for it, okay? Because if you hadn't had a helmet. But I promise you, look it up. Okay. Florida law requires all vehicles. I got divorced and my ex cut my insurance. I almost got my license suspended. And I'm a police officer. They sent me a notice from DHSMB that said, we have no proof of insurance on file for you. My truck's been paid for 12 years. And yes, I'm telling you, Google it, okay? I'm not screwing with you, young man.
Yeah, no.
Okay? I promise you, okay? You have to have a minimum of PIP. Okay, which is called...
The cop just kept throwing random laws at the guy, making them up on the spot. It was like he was trying to impress this guy with his legal prowess, constantly reassuring him that he was speaking the truth, as if he needed convincing himself. The cop went all out, flaunting his knowledge of technical terms, probably expecting the guy on the motorcycle to be dazzled or something. Eventually, the cop got tired of his own lecture and, with a grand gesture, decided to let the guy off the hook with a simple warning.
You don't have to carry full coverage, but I'm telling you, ultimately, because what happens is sometimes the insurance companies, when you don't have insurance, they'll notify DHSMB. They say it's their legal obligation, but it's about making money, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I promise you, you Google it, and you're gonna go, oh, okay. And I'll tell you what I was doing though. I was looking at all the citations and warnings you've gotten over the past, since 2021, which is quite a few.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. All right, give me a second, I'll get you out of here.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
I'm just gonna give you a warning tonight, okay? So just slow down.
And I'm searching up this.
Okay, yeah, look that up for me, okay?
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
This cop pulled over a guy cruising on his motorcycle with friends in broad daylight. The guy was puzzled by the cop's move, but the officer insisted that driving an unregistered vehicle on a public road was a big no-no. Little did he know, the guy had just bought the motorcycle and had all the paperwork to prove it. According to the rules, when you snag a new vehicle, you've got a sweet 30 days to register it and slap on some plates. However, the cop seemed to have his own interpretation, ignoring the fact that the guy had legit proof of purchase. All the cop cared about was the missing license plate on the bike.
I didn't know you were getting pulled over. Thank you for stopping with me.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Hey. Yeah, we didn't hear you.
You guys can't be running these. You guys got license plates? So, I bought that last night. Alright, you can't be driving on the road, dude. Both of you. Where'd you get yours?
Well, so mine's his. I think coming back. Mine's his.
Okay.
We're just going to... Yeah, we just came to visit.
Alright, I got you. I have a question. I actually didn't know that. So, you need to have a license plate. It's an unregistered vehicle. I heard that after you buy, you have 30 days. You need to get a temp tag then. you get the 30 days after you get a temp tag.
Okay, I didn't know
That would be a paper license plate that you throw in the back. Right now, it's unregistered.
Okay.
Yours has no tag on it too? Does it have a license plate on it?
Should be.
A number or something that I could
License plate number?
license plate number, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
So more cops show up as if their buddy couldn't handle one guy enjoying a motorcycle ride with his friends. In the midst of all this, they seem to forget that they were packing heat and shouldn't be invading the personal space of guys just out for a good time. The whole 6-foot rule seems to have slipped their minds.
Yeah, I've never had that issue. I bought a few bikes.
So even like if he bought it, so if he bought it yesterday night and he's on the road riding it back and he just bought the bike.
Right, you can't ride it back. You got to put it in a pickup truck or a trailer or something like that.
Over here, so
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, sorry.
I don't want to get hit, all right? Yes, I am wrong. I thought you had 30 days to register. So, if you buy it, where'd you buy it from? I bought it, like north of Orlando. From a dealership or a private? Yeah, no, most times the dealership will get a registration. You have a little bit of leeway, but I'll work on that for you. Okay. Well, I figured I was fine. Do you have a motorcycle enforcement and everything like that? Yeah.
Looks like this cop had nothing better to do than to waste everyone's time. He started pulling new rules out of thin air, claiming the guy should have instantly registered the vehicle. He went on about how newly purchased vehicles can be without a tag for 30 days but still be registered. Now, how did he expect the guy to register a vehicle he bought that night without having the time to get it registered yet? It just didn't add up. Even though the backup cops were more laid back, cracking jokes with the guys, the main cop in this drama remained dead serious, as if he was on the most critical mission of his life.
I didn't know that. I thought when you buy it from private party, you can definitely.
He said if it's a private party, then there's leeway.
Yeah.
They thought I bought it from a dealer.
No, yeah.
You guys have any paperwork for the little bill? You have any paperwork for your guys? No? It's all back in my garage. Okay. No, you're good. So we'll get people with no tags. They'll look back once at us and then take off.
Yeah, yeah.
So we appreciate you stopping, first of all, because like we're not trying to ruin your guys' weekend, but people drive like idiots and then they get in a wreck. And
Yeah.
we have to show up and now.
Yeah, we're gonna look into it. We're gonna see if we can verify that you had the 30 days. Like you may have a registration, just not the physical tag. So we're gonna verify that. Worst case, if you don't have it, I'll just scratch you out a court date. You don't have to pay anything. You go to court. It'll be in like a month from now. You get it registered, you get the plate, you get all the paperwork, that's right, they'll throw it out. Alright? Just like a fix-it ticket. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Exactly.
You got to get on the game.
So 10 or 11? 11. 10 or 11?
11.
Hey, they're the best. They're the best. Amazon drops.
The cop caught on that the guys were messing with him, so he decided to switch gears. He tried to break free from being a dull cop and opted for the good cop routine, thanking the guys for actually pulling over when he signaled them. It dawned on the cop that he might have picked on the wrong bikers to mess with, so he had no other option but to turn the situation into a big joke, much like him.
Motorcycle endorsements, you have to have one in Florida, okay? The Georgia one, when we run it, doesn't say there is one or there isn't one.
Oh.
It is printed on your license that says for 2 or 3 with motorcycles, so you're good there.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have to go back and get it like.
You need to get it registered.
We gotta go to the
and
DMV.
you need to go to the DMV and get a motorcycle endorsement.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay. So
What the?
your brakes, which I think you might be.
What the?
Just citing for all that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, of course.
I really didn't know.
Wrong, you're not doing anything wrong. I mean, it is what it is. If you didn't know, fine, okay.
I had no idea.
We looked it up. There is a grace period if you do privately. If you drive from dealership, they're supposed to give a temp tag to protect the car.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why when you said a temp tag, I was confused. I was like, I can't do it.
You got to get it from A to B and everything else.
Exactly.
For any kind of registration.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. If you're at a house, you got to get it home.
Exactly.
You got to get a flatbed to do that. So
It's tough.
Exactly.
All right, well, we appreciate it. I mean, we're
out here enjoying the view.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can go too.
Well, let me get us some view. Oh, that's good. I got it.
Y'all watch out for crazy driving.
Thank you guys.